So it literally took me over an hour to get out of this airport. I feel like I've been held hostage. This, seriously, the worst experience of my travel life. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Erasing Borders. I'm DC Rob. This is going to be a story about my worst travel trip ever. And not the complete trip, but the travel part of it, meaning the hotel, the flight, just everything that had to do with travel went wrong. Now, I want to put this out here also, although I'm going to state for the last time I'm telling this story, that these are the things that happen. I'm also going to say that it's all on me. Everything that went wrong, I take responsibility for it all. I could have changed this at any point, but I spun out of control. And I didn't have anybody to tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, either stop being American or, because this was a trip to Canada, so it was outside the country, who are the nicest people. And let me tell you something, Canadians are the nicest people in the world. Friendliest people, I think, Filipinos, they got it. It's just the land of smiles. You just can't beat that. But Canada, just the nicest people. I'm going to have some criticism. Anybody can take it personal or not. And nothing against anybody personal because no one thing is all one way. So I may generalize, but just take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, so I had a trip planned to Canada, to Toronto. I was supposed to stay for 3 days. I normally do these events. It's a day-long trade show. Starts at normally, 7, 8 when we start to set up. 8, it goes through the afternoon, through the evening till maybe 4 or 5. Then we go to an event. This time was a baseball game, if you saw the videos. And that's the fun part. Now, the work part went fabulous. The event, the show, the location, the inside the location was fine. Getting there, challenging. But anyway, I was supposed to stay for 3 days, stay an extra day, maybe visit some clients, rented a car, got prices for hotels from them. What they recommended was like $300 and something for a night. I was like, it's not my money, but I'll watch it like it is. So let me try to go through Expedia, downside number one, because after this, you're never going to hear anything good about Expedia from me unless they rectify this for me. And even still, it's limited. It's got issues. Let's just say that. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to explain everything. Let me go as quick as I can. So I'm supposed to be there for 3 days. I changed it to 2. Save some money. I talked to my boss. As I'm booking this, I know this is on my schedule. I'm like, with all this terror stuff and everything that's going on and the countries going against each other, actually it's the leadership from one going against everybody else, but we take the heat for it. So I decided just to cut it back to 2 days. So I rented my car outside of Expedia though. So I deal with them direct because I wanted to make sure I use my credit card for them. So anyway, I book going on American, 2 flights. These are the options. Okay, American, fine with that. 2 flights, fine with that. There at a good time of day. Going to get my car, drive to the location. I should be there 4 or 5 o'clock. All is great. Got there, all well and fine. And on my way to downtown, by the way, I don't recommend driving for anybody who doesn't know. Don't drive in downtown Toronto. Makes about as much sense as me driving in Manhattan. I don't know where these people, they popping out like grass. It is so many people there and the traffic is horrendous and the road closures, it's worse than Houston. It was horrific. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to get downtown. I want to say this is like a 12-mile distance. You do the math. It was horrific. And I'm staying in the airport, which is out there near Mississauga. So I'm staying out that way. And all this, get downtown, finally. Let me take a step back. The night before I even left, I got a text that said something along the lines of, send me a picture of your ID and your credit card. I'm like, who the hell are you? I ain't sending nothing. So I just ignored it. An hour later, I got a text from another number that said, did you get the text about filling out the form for the hotel? Oh, it's for the hotel. So I try to go through that. This is where it all just starts. Okay, you're supposed to take a picture of your ID, front and back, yourself, and of your passport too. For some reason, it would not scan my passport. I got the 2 pictures and I got the picture of my driver's license. Ultimately, 30 minutes later, I just figured, let me try to see if it'll go through even without the scanning of the passport. And it did, it went through. So mind you, now they have that information. Okay, so I'm straight. Deposit, everything good. I just need the information because it looked a little different. It looked really nice. I mean, I forget the name of the hotel, Sure Stay or something, because I'm dealing with it still, and you'll see why. So I get all the way down there, finally stressing. I'm stressing. Traffic is a nightmare. I'm driving. Again, I don't like to drive, first of all. So I don't like to drive in somebody else's car. I don't like to drive in somebody else's car in another city. I don't like to drive in somebody else's car in another city in another country. So I got issues, right? So I pull up, I find this location, and then they start texting me, and I'm like driving. I'm like giving them a response. If I could only text when I stop. Oh no, I had to do it I figured out I could do the microphone because you can't type anything in the map or anything. And the map kept cutting off. Technology let me down. It was falling apart at this point. The map, I had what's that app that's on your car that you tie through Bluetooth, and it can see, you put something in your map on your phone, you can see it on the screen in the car. So I had this Android app, something like that, whatever it's called. So that's set up, and it kept dropping. It was horrific. It was bad. So now, and I like things to be perfect. I spent a lot of time making sure things go perfect. I got a list of it, like maybe 60, 70 things I need to do, and they all need to go right. And this is just 1 and 2 and 3 of them right there. So anyway, I pull up outside the place, and they texted me and said, did you fill out your form? Yeah, did you fill out your security form and send us a deposit? I said, what deposit? And what form? This is the form you need to fill out, and nobody sent me a form. This is a hotel. What the hell is going on? What kind of hotel is this? We need a $550 deposit. You can Zelle it to us. Zelle? First of all, I don't have Zelle. And that, to me, that sounds like wiring money, cash, right or wrong, coming out your account. Then they said, you can wire it to us. And they sent me a link to wire. I'm not wiring. I'm on the side of the road outside this place. Look, can I just come in and talk to somebody? We don't have anybody running it. I'm like, so what kind of place is this? You booked a room, would have shared this. And when she said the word shared, or typed the word share, and I saw that, I was like, what? Share what? You have your own room, but you're sharing a dining. And I was like, oh, no, are you kidding me? But by then, I'd already booked it. So look, just let me in the building. Let's square this away. I sent you a copy of my credit card. You got my credit card number. What did you ask for my credit card number if it's not for the deposit? I don't have $550. Turns out it was Canadian, but still, which is like 70% of our dollar. Why am I sending wiring money too? Not just that, even just a deposit, wiring the money. Oh, so now I'm going back and I'm getting heated. I now want to get in somebody's face. And this is where it starts, because I'm getting American right off the bat. And mind you, I'm by myself. And if you've been with me for any period of time, years ago, I told you the story. My ex had to tell me, stop being American. And I had an attitude. What do you mean being American? I'm American. And I caught another attitude. And then, of course, being from D.C. don't help. D.C., Philly, Jersey, New York, Baltimore, Miami, Detroit, Chicago. Pick one. You're from a major city, especially in the Northeast, you may have attitude. So just, if you don't know, you may have attitude. I can get downright nasty at times. And I just need somebody to rein me in. I could have spun this back the other way and just stopped and just been thankful for everything that I had. But no, I was spiraling the wrong direction. And it has to do with just, I like things to be fair, equal, and precise. Fair, equal, and precise. They weren't fair, equal, or precise. Now I'm like, at one point, after about 15, 20 minutes of texting back and forth and waiting for their response, now you need to speak to management. Have management call me. Can somebody freaking call me? At that point, now I'm like, you need to hear my voice. You need to hear this in my voice. So let me take another step back and say, I do these videos. I smile. I force myself to smile. I'm a good guy. I am a good guy. I'm not a perfect guy, though. So what I try to portray here in life in general when I walk out my door is the best of me, okay? It's still me. It's just the best of me. And for work, that leads on a work trip. Like, as soon as I get on the plane, I'm on. And I have to be ready. I have to be ready. Prices, this, model numbers. I got to be just on. Hey, Fred, how you doing? I have to turn that on. It's exhausting, by the way. So's this. Because I'm trying to still show the best of me. There's some parts of me that ain't so best. It's got to do where I grew up from. That's how I grew up. Just aggressive. And just, I can't keep my mouth shut. If you remember the governor of Maine, when the president was he was speaking and he had, is the governor of Maine in here? And she was like, yeah, did you do what you were supposed to do? And she was like, I'll see you in court. He'll see you in court. Every time he said something, she had to clap back. That's me. Again, I'm the one at Burlington going, yo, can you open another lane? And it got worse at the airport. I'll tell you when I get to that on my return. Yeah, that's where I had a complete meltdown. But anyway, so I'm outside this place. I can't get in. Now, then I get to the point where it's just, this is ridiculous. This is 5 o'clock in the evening. I've been up since 3 a.m. I'm mad. And I can't even give the anger to nobody. I'm just, so now I got to drive all the way back to the airport. Remember, hour 45 minutes down. It was better going out, but still, it was at least an hour. Now I'm going back to the airport that I just left in a rental that I could have left there. If I was going to stay there, I could have got the rental car the next morning. So now I know I'm paying extra money. And again, it's not my money, but it's my job's money. So I watch it like it's mine. So now it's just a spending of the money. It's just, and I'm sure you do this too, when you go out, especially now, and you buy anything. How much to dry clean your clothes? This is $6 for a pair of pants, $5 for a coffee, $3 for that. It's just now, you tell me, is it me? Tell me in the comment section, is it only me that's just snapping over $5 for a phone call? Or just something that's ridiculous and absurd? I'll put it out there. So anyway, I ride all the way back out. Those in Toronto know Gardenier, whatever it is, Gardner. I got to drive that all the way back to the airport. I'll walk in the airport. By the way, there are some jobs that some people shouldn't have. Front desk is one. The ticket agent at the airport, a hostess at a restaurant. It's not for everybody. Those positions are for those people who can handle the public in a stressful situation. Dealing with the public all day is not easy. After business travelers like me, we've been traveling I've been up since 3 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock when I show up at your hotel. I would like for somebody to be nice to me, and they were just not nice. So when I said I was going to say something negative about the Canadians, service was lacking. No, the service was lacking. Again, no one thing is all one way. I'm not saying everybody. I'm telling you who I ran into. Now, I may have manifested these people because I was spiraling out of control in the wrong direction. When he told me, no, when I asked him, I said, by the way, it's because I saw that gate out front. They let me in as a visitor, but is there a charge to park at the airport? He said, yeah, it's $35 a day. Man, I tell you what, I'm never coming back to Canada. I swear to God, I'm never, by now, this is early in the trip. I just got here. And I'm like, I'm never coming back to Canada. I'm done. He's, oh no, I can't hear you say that. No, I can't let you say that. I will waive the parking. Don't worry about that. And I was like, okay, so I say $70. I felt good about that. So I know my hotel downtown is still $400 or whatever it ended up costing me for 2 nights. But anyway, so now I'm at this hotel. I'm like, I haven't eaten in a while because I don't eat that crap. I eat meal at the airport if I can, but before I leave. When I land, I'm not eating. I'll wait till I get to the hotel. So I get to the hotel, and it's a Hampton Inn. Where is a restaurant at? Oh, we don't have a restaurant. We have breakfast here in the morning, but the restaurant, you got to go 2 doors down to the Hilton Garden Inn. Okay. And it's a little chilly outside too, but okay. So I'll take all my stuff up. I got my kit. I got to unpack. I got to test that stuff. So anyway, do that. I walk down the street and sit in a restaurant and I'm waiting and waiting. Let me tell you something about black people. If you don't know, if you black, if you not, maybe you don't know. But we know who sat after us in a restaurant. We know who got their food before us. I can tell you that. So I'm watching people getting waited on, and now I'm getting even more. I'm already still riled up. I'm still confused. I'm still pissed, and I'm hungry. And I asked her, I said, which is better, the salmon or the shrimp? And anyway, which gives me more anyway. She actually said the salmon, but I wanted shrimp, so I got shrimp. So I didn't listen to her. I should have listened. Always listen to the servers. So anyway, it said $9, and I think it was 6 or whatever for the salmon to add it to the salad. So I add the shrimp to the salad, waiting and waiting, and I'm seeing other people getting their food. So now I'm And excuse me, how much longer? Oh, I went back. I'm going to check again on it. So then all of a sudden, because sometimes the food sit back there, they just don't bring it. They're waiting for somebody else to bring it. So anyway, she brings the salad out, and the salad has 4 shrimp on it. And the salad has 4 shrimp with shells on it. That's a pet peeve of mine. Listen, if you own a restaurant and I order shrimp out of your restaurant, the last thing I want to do is stick my hands in my salad. This happened on later too, because I had to stick it in my pasta, or not pasta, whatever that was, rigatoni, I don't know. But now I got to pinch I try to do it. If you have a steak knife, you can cut it out. But I had a butter knife, so I'm trying to pull this up. Nope, now I got to touch it, and I'm like, now I got this stuff on my hand. I licked my fingers, and I look up, and I see this lady looking at me like she ain't never seen a person before. So anyway, and I'm like, excuse me. So when I see it and I take the shell off, I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to eat this until I talk to somebody, because, excuse me, this is $9 for 4 shrimp. Now, I'm okay at math, but the way I calculate it, this is like $2.25 a shrimp, the size of a quarter. Can I speak to the manager? Oh, that's just what it is, just what it is. Anyway, order the salmon instead. I said, it's not, she said, oh, we took the shrimp off. I said, it's not, I'm not saying I'm trying to be cheap, just give me what we're paying for. So the salmon was actually less, and they gave me a little bit more, so it was good. Anyway, scan my credit card, pay my credit card, come to the table. I ask her for change for a 20. She brings me back change for a 20. She was good. So I had 2 drinks and a salad. I paid for the meal. Boop, there they bring the credit card over to the table, or at the bar, they bring it to you. It's wireless. They just like they do some places here, but it's all wireless. So they're going to bring it to the table. Your credit card never leaves your hand, really. So I take care of that, and I write $10. I always write what I gave on mine. I wrote 10 on the receipt, so I know how much I tipped her, so I have a total. And I took 10 and gave her 10 in cash and said, thanks so much. She was so happy. She was so happy. This story continues. I'm gone. Okay. So now I go to the show. The show was fine, except the drive downtown. Took me 2 hours this time. I left at 7. I got there at 9, 9:12, 9:15. My colleague that's running the show did not return my emails as far as what time it was. Oh, parking. Where do we park? Is it in the building? Anyway, all I know is the Hockey Hall of Fame, downtown Toronto. Type that in the map. And of course, it's glitching all the way down, meaning it had me making the wrong turn. And if you make the wrong turn, you just add another 10 minutes to your trip. So I ended up having to get off on, what's the Gold Coast? What's it called? Lakeshore, just like Chicago. And so I'm riding along that, and oh my God. So now I'm stressing. So now I'm behind. I don't know what time I'm supposed to be there. Am I going to be late? I still have to set up. I don't get to pick my I like to be first. I like to try to do it the night before so I can pick my table where I want to be. Anyway, I finally got downtown, and I'm like, is this it? And I saw a parking garage. I said, let me back up, and I better pull down here while I can. Pull down. Turns out it was the right place. Spun around 3 levels down. Anyway, got up to the place. Place was nice. Our facility was nice. Hockey Hall of Fame. I don't know much about hockey. And then we had our event all day. Great people again. Canadians are the nicest. Anyway, and then we got to hang out with them later at the games. We saw Red Sox beat them. First pitch of the game. I'd park. And so I knew I had to leave early because somebody told me, oh, there's also a hockey game tonight too. It's going to be crazy tonight, and a concert. It's going to be crazy traffic tonight. Hey, guess what? 1 or 2 innings. I watched 2 innings. That's it. I'm out of here. And no way am I dealing with that, trying to get back, driving 3 or 4 hours in that trash, trying to get back. So anyway, got back to my hotel stuff. That was that night. Got to get up the next morning for my trip back. And I don't eat breakfast, which saves some money. So I waited till lunchtime and said, you know what, let me go back to the other restaurant where I ate and got this shrimp salad deal. I had to go back over there before I'm leaving at 1 o'clock to head to the airport. So I go to the place, and they're closed. No, I went back there, and they said, oh, no, the night of the event, I went back for dinner. And when I walked in, they said, oh, sir, when you were here last night, you didn't swipe your credit card. And everything I just told you, yes, I did. So I'm like, what do you mean I didn't play? And I'm serious. This attitude comes out quick. What do you mean? This is ridiculous. Man, I swear, I'm never coming back to Canada. I'm never coming back to Canada. This is absurd. I said, I don't even know. I don't know if it's gone through. So now I got to check with my office to see if the money's come through. So I just leave. I email the office, but it's too late. Nobody can help me then to find out if we paid. Didn't know till the next day. So find out the next day there was no charge for the hotel. I go back to the hotel at 12 noon. This is where now I'm caught up. Go back to that hotel and the restaurant's closed. Only the lobby is somebody at the front desk. So I said, this is what happened. I had to wait to find out if I paid. I need to pay this check because I don't want that karma hanging over me. So I go, she's, oh, there's nobody here. It's a separate entity, so I can't ring you up. I'm like, I'm trying to pay. What you want? I'm like, no, but anyway, boom, I'm walking out again. This is crazy. Okay, at least I saved another $60, $70. Okay. So add that to the 70 that I got already. So I'm 140 back in there. Anyway, so I head over to the airport. And this is one of the lessons I want to share. First of all, never use Expedia. And I got many a reason. But if you know me, if you watch this channel for any period of time, you know I hate United. I booked my return flight on Air Canada. Check. Yes, I want that ticket. Pay. I want that ticket. Only to find out that I'm on United. So I'm unhappy. Okay? I'm going to make the best of this, but I'm unhappy. Get to the airport, go inside, check in, TSA approved, piece of cake, walk on through. Remember, customs is on this side. Immigration and customs is on this side. Or when I say this side, on the Canadian side. So I go through all that on this side. So when I get to Houston, it's like, I can just walk outside the door. I'm outside, I'm out. You don't have to run once you get off the plane. Anyway, so I'm back at the gate. I finally get to the gate. I'm sitting down eating. I'm going, you know what? There's a duty free here. I order from duty free because number one, I'll never want to carry anything. I used to Medellin. I would buy me a big bottle of Ciroc, which is what I bought. And I would take it to Sweet Georgia Cafe and ask Rob, can I sit my bottle here and just drink from it? That way I don't have to pay for the drinks and I'll leave whatever's left. You can pour from the bottle too. So he's, yeah, go ahead. So now they got Ciroc because they didn't have Ciroc on the bar. Most people don't have Ciroc on the bar. And that's my choice. That's my backup choice. So anyway, so I drink I go over, I buy it. And I said, are you going to bring it to the gate? She said, no. She gave it to me in a bag with like handles. She said, is your flight a connection? I said, no. Straight shot. Yes. Okay. You can just walk on and take it. Really? So I take the bag. It's like a little fabric bag, not sealed up or anything. Went over to the gate, got it because I had extra product. Got it in my luggage. I'm fine. It's just heavy. Note that right there, though. So I never buy from duty free, but I did this time. Waiting on the plane. Plane's supposed to leave at 4:01. 3:45, the pilot comes strolling up. Now, you know, if your flight's at 4, you're supposed to be boarding at 3:20, 3:30 at the latest. He comes strolling up, and one of the ladies in line said, did you see him? He just came from getting him a coffee at Starbucks, and he was literally strolling. 15 minutes, like he knew we wasn't going to leave. So then 15 minutes later, they go, okay, the pilot is looking at the line. So everybody gets back. So we already start lining up because we know we're getting close. People start sitting down again. They get on a microphone, say, the pilot needs to do the safety check. Okay, do the safety check. Can we board? I'm just saying, can we board while you're doing the safety check? Are you thinking there's going to be something wrong? Something's going on now. And what are the guys in line too? And these guys, if you see this video, and I want to apologize too, because the last line that we got in, these guys, 4 guys, young guys, 21, they were going to Vegas, and they were Vegas for 1 day, and I think 3 or 4 days in the Grand Canyon, hiking down too. They took their drone. Guys, if you see this video, please comment on one of these and email me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. I'd love to see that video, by the way. Let me apologize for acting out, for you having to watch me act out. Because I'm like, we got out of line, they delayed, they get back in line. Okay, now they're doing a safety check with the mechanic. And now all of a sudden we're back in line, we're out of line, we're back in line again. Okay, now it's after 4. Our flight's supposed to leave at 4. Now, ultimately it ended, delay, and then all of a sudden they need a part. They didn't say cancel, they need a part. They got to order a part, like they need to run somebody down to the auto part store. What does that mean, you need to miss a part? Anyway, and we're in line by then, and one of the guys said, at least we're not going to get on there and the plane going to crash. And I was like, and I knew I was spiraling when I said, I don't care if it crashed. Shoot, I ain't got to go to work tomorrow, and all this stress will be over. I was just done. Guys, I was done at that point. So we standing in line, and it's just mayhem. People trying to sneak up because a lot of people pressing to get back, and people running up to talk to the people while they're doing each line. One line is connections, one line is direct shots. And there were 2 people helping us, like 250 people helping 2 people helping 250 people. You know how slow this line is going. So we waiting, and people are just jumping up, and one dude jumped up. And I was telling the guys, I said, hate this attitude. I hate being American because this is the stresses. We like things to be done a certain way. When it's not, we get heated. And big dude, I don't know what ethnicity he was, but he kept asking, is this, I could tell when somebody's trying to move up in line. Hey guys, which line is this? Oh, this is for straight, for connections? Okay. Then he walk over here and ask the people over there, guys, is this? I'm like, yeah. And I'm talking, I'm telling the guys, I said, watch him. Yeah, because he gonna try. So I'm like, watch him. Y'all need to do something if he's stepping in front of y'all, but they don't want to say anything. They're Canadian, they nice guys. Canadians are the nicest. I'm not, okay? I mean, I am, but there's 1% of me that just not having it, and I spiraled the wrong way. You've heard everything I've already gone through, and I got the hotel fee pending because they're saying I can't cancel in the back of my mind. So now, sir, you need to get out of line. Oh no, I was here. Yeah, we were here too. Remember I told you we were in line. The line, sit down, line, stand up. I'm like, dude, and I'm telling you, like I said, black people, we know when somebody get their food before us or when they sat down after us or sat before, we know this, okay? So I've been watching, dude. I know you were trying to jump in front of us, and then it popped off. Dude, you need to get out of this line. Well, I'm in line. Dude, you need to get out of this line. You're not jumping in front of us. You see all these people. And I got that attitude. Yeah, so yeah, now I'm drawing attention to myself. And they're like, one of the guys said, man, I wish I could be like that. I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want this. You don't want this. It's a bird. Like I said, I always got to be the one to say something. Everybody agrees with me, but nobody wants to say anything. I'm that guy that complains. Like at the restaurant, I told the manager that night, I said, I'm a former restaurant manager, nightclub manager. I like to get feedback, negative or positive. There's really no negative because it's feedback that lets you know how to proceed in the future. So there is no bad feedback. Just know that, guys. It's nothing wrong with complaining, and you can call it a complaint or constructive criticism, or just, if you like that place, tell them where they can do better if you want them to stay open. Otherwise, you don't say anything, they don't know there's a problem. Excuse me, you got rats over here. There's a rat nest over here. Well, some people just will sit down and eat and go, I hope the rats don't jump on my plate. And I'm the one that's go, excuse me, yo, you got rats over here, yo. So it's a burden. Anyway, so after waiting, just imagine 200-something people in line, I'm guessing. And all of a sudden, everybody, we got another flight that's going to be leaving from here. Everybody's going down. Now, I'm like close now. They're like, there's 4 of them, one other person in front of them, and people trying to jump in front right there. So I was 25, now I'm 5. And they say, oh, now everybody needs to go up to this other line. So this other line is for United. United sucks. I hate United with a passion. Remember, I was gold on United. I gave up my gold. Now, I've been flying with them since they were Continental. That's when I started traveling experiences. So I know to stay away from them. They're horrific. It's like a McDonald's in the hood. Them employees are like Frontier in the hood. It's just straight ghetto. And the flight attendants are old and crap. If you're not in first class, you get good service and you're in first class. Oh, Mr. Christian, you like some wine. But you sit in the back, shut up. They're like 190 years old and they're crotchety. They're angry they had to go to work. And you know what I'm talking about. Again, no one thing is all one way, so not everybody. I'm generalizing. I told you I was going to do this. I apologize. But anyway, now I'm like, okay, so now I need to go to this line. Now I'm heated. I see the line, it's 150 people line. I made it up to number 5, and now all of a sudden this. Anyway, I remember seeing a set of phones, and the phone said call different airlines. So you could pick up the phone, and it said 808 for United. So 808. And they go through, what is your number? A-D-N-A-G. No. A-D-A-G-N. Oh. I'm getting ready to pop off. And finally, do this, human being. Let me. And ultimately, they say, is your flight for May 1st? No, it's the 31st. Is your flight for the 31st? For the May 1st? No. Click up, and it hangs up. You know that feeling. You know that feeling when you've been waiting and get disconnected. You know that feeling. So now I got to go to an agent. So I got to find an agent. Most of these terminals are, like all the Fs anyway, are all 96%. So if there's 100 flights, 96% of them are Air Canada and 3 flights are United. So now I got to read the menu. I went to a counter and they were Air Canada. 2 people, nobody was there. And they were like, you need to go and look at the board. We can't help you here. Look at the board and find one of the United counters and go there. So now I look up and I'm like, first I got to find UA and it all Air Canada. And I find UA and it's like, I start looking to the right and it changes. Oh, yeah. Are you doing this? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And meanwhile, I'm watching myself spiral out of control. It is all on me. It is all on me. I could have stopped at any point and given my thankfuls. Say, I'm blessed for this, I'm thankful for that, and just switched everything. But no, I'm spiraling. And I know I'm spiraling, but I got nobody. I could have called my mom, but I don't want to bring no stress to her. Hell, I could have reached out to one of you guys, and maybe you guys would have calmed me down. But I had nobody to call. I had people I could call, but I don't want to put negativity on them, call them all upset and bringing that. So I'm trying to hold it and take care of this on my own. So anyway, after 5 or 10 minutes trying to go in UA 130. Oh, God. Are you serious? So now I'm trying to focus on the right-hand side, count 3 down. Is that what it is? Okay, you're F93. So I head over to F93. There's 10 people in line. So I start waiting. Excuse me, ma'am, you need to get in the back of the line. Oh, now you want to get orderly. Oh, around the corner, a little second ago, it was mayhem, and I'm trying to control things like I'm a cop or something, which I'm not. You need to get in the back of the line. And okay, so now I'm physically aggressive. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Where you know at any minute it could really go wrong. If the wrong person walks up to you it's just when things go wrong, they can spin out of control the wrong way. I believe we create our own reality, so I've got no one to blame but myself. Anyway, I'm going to the front desk. I'm going all the way out to the ticket counter. They gonna hear me roar in front of everybody. So I'm walking. Anybody know where I'm going? Now I got my luggage, I got my laptop bag on the top of it, got a huge bottle of liquor in it, and my work luggage is checked. How long you think it took me before I realized I ain't getting the hell out of here? There is no door. I'm thinking I'm like at Intercontinental. I'm thinking I'm at a regular airport where all I have to do is walk past security and there's baggage claim and go upstairs and ticket it. No. I'm in an international terminal, guys. You can't just walk out. So then I gotta go. How the hell do I get out of here? I'm stuck in Canada. Oh my God, I'm never coming back to Canada. You know what? I never want to fly again. This is freaking nuts. I can't just walk out of here. So now I got to go back to that one counter. Now I'm here and I'm a little aggressive. And she's like, you don't bring that to me. It was still Air Canada, but she was like, you need to go find another United desk, and they need to walk out. I said, it's got people on it. So I went back to another United line because I knew that one. By then it had 7 people. I just walked up front. Ma'am, can you let me out of here? I said, mind you, every time I talk to somebody, I have to tell that story. So my first one took 5 minutes. The second person I got to tell takes 10 minutes. The third one takes 15 minutes. And I'm exaggerating or embellishing, but each one, the story is longer and longer because now I have more of the story to tell. So I did this and did that and then cancelled this and done it. Now I'm getting and my internet service is hit or miss too. The Wi-Fi there is hit or miss. So it's cutting on and off, and I'm getting a text. And then I noticed the text said, your flight is ready to go. You can check in now. It's for the 1st. They'd already moved me to the next day without telling me. So now I'm stuck in another country and I don't have a hotel. Anyway, I have to get out of this building first. So I asked them, like, can you let me out of here? This is what happened. This is that I need to get to the front, do this. So they open up the door and I got to go up that ramp. You know how when you get off the plane, if it's international, you'll go a different direction from the way you got on. 2 different ramps. So now I realize I got to go through customs and immigration again. Yeah, buddy. Life is good, isn't it? Life is good. Anyway, I tell them real quick what happened. They just let me scoot on through. So before I go up the ticketing, I figure my bag is down here. Let me find out what's up with my bag. Can they hold my bag? Because I ain't trying to drag around 48.5 pounds if I don't have to, plus my luggage and backpack. Can I leave my luggage here? Could I please leave my luggage here? She said, no, you're different. Now it's United. It was United. Now you're on Air Canada, which was a good thing. But anyway, I ended up pleading with her, and she says, okay, I can hold it here for you because I'll come in at 6 o'clock. Just make sure when you check in tomorrow morning, get here early and make sure that they call down here and make sure that the luggage is on your plane. Okay. So I go back to the number 12. Number 12, come to find out, they kept sending me to number 12. Number 12 was, it turns out, like the $1 million or the VIPs. And when you're in those areas, I think they put more experienced employees there, so they're nicer, they're friendlier. But first I had to go to the United one and explain that whole story to them. And guess what? They didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn. I don't know. This ain't what I got. Girl, you this. And again, it's like walking in one of the McDonald's where they don't even say good morning and just look at you, talking to each other. Girl, what time? I'm off at 5. What time you work tomorrow? It was that attitude. I swear I could pop out of my skin at any moment at that point. Now I need to go over to see them over at Air Canada to try to check in. And that's where I got the first semblance of friendliness. I was going through the story now. Again, my story's longer, so I got to tell her the story. And I asked her my bag downstairs. She told me just to check with you when I come in tomorrow morning and blah, blah, blah. She says, okay, so here's your new tickets. Let me see if I can't check you in. I said, I paid to be able to choose my seat too. Do I still get the same seat or whatever? So the same level of seat. So she goes through the process and they pick my seat, and then she felt so bad for me. They gave me 3 vouchers for $22 each. By the way, the vouchers don't cover liquor. I found that out when I ordered my 1 iced tea. And I remember my hand was on the counter. I said, this is just crazy. This is just awful. This is one of the worst trips of my life. I can't believe this has happened to me. And she put her hand on my hand and she said, I really feel what you're having to go through. I'm so sorry that you're having to go through this. And it was like a breath of fresh air. That's all travelers in stress need, is somebody who can handle that stress and calm us down. Because we don't have that person with us all the time to go, hey, calm down. Hey, this too shall pass. Hey, chill out. We don't have that. And again, I don't want to just bring that negativity to somebody else. And, yo, man, and then maybe it will calm me down. I don't know to tell it, but I'm so sick of telling this story. I told my mom last night, this is the last time I'm telling this story. Anybody want to hear it, it'll be right here. By the way, if you have stories, please email me your stories. Your terrible horror stories. I want to know, because this is, now that I look back on it, it's funny. This too shall pass didn't work that day. So anyway, I get my vouchers. I go to my hotel. I sit down and eat. And I forgot, it was the only seafood when they had shrimp and scallops. 2 shrimp, 2 scallops. And what is this? Not rigatoni. What's that, like, hard? It's like soft rice, but you can taste little crumples. I forgot what it's risotto. And it was good, but it had the shells on it. What's up, people? What's leaving the shells? So now I gotta stick my finger in my not mush or whatever, like risotto, whatever it's called, in the sauce. Oh my God, people. So anyway, I had a good, I don't know how good a night of sleep I got. I didn't get my wake-up call. And you have to, at least I was sitting on the front of the bus. Oh, I had to wait for the bus. The bus took 30 minutes. And then I called them. We're on our way. And I don't know what's up with the buses and stuff there, but their facilities are a little worn. Let's just say that. They're shuttle buses. Not like here in Houston anyway, or anywhere that I ride. And it was beat up buses, and there wasn't just the one. Because I took the car back the night early. I figured, why keep the car and bring it back the next day? Let me cut some time off of this too. So I cut that back to a day and 4 hours, whatever. Anyway, so I go back, I eat, I get up 6 o'clock in the morning, go back to the airport, check in. Man, my bag is, they told me to remind you that my bag, can you check to make sure my bag is on board? So check, 5 minutes later, yeah, we got it. Bag is on board. Seats all right, ready to go. I said, now, I did remember I got a bottle of liquor in here. Can I carry this on or do I need to check it? Because I just checked my heavy bag. I'll carry my backpack if I have to, but I don't want to. I prefer just to roll it around. It's easy just to roll it. But she said, let me check. So she goes away. And again, Air Canada is super cool, really friendly people. And she says, it's still in the bag? I say, yes. You still got the receipt in the bag? As a matter of fact, you should be good. Should be. This time the line's a little bit longer, even for TSA approved. You don't have to take your shoes off, but you got to take your laptop out and tablets if you have it. Walk on through, backpack comes out, laptop comes out, luggage don't. I know what it is. Remember, I'm already spiraling. And I just spent $50 on a bottle of liquor that I never do, and asked them to confirm. Now, where I slipped at, again, lessons, where I slipped at was that bag was not a sealed bag. I'm going to show you right here. It was not a sealed bag like this. It was a regular bag. So I should have known to say, I should have known to ask when she asked me, is it still in the bag? It's not in a sealed bag. That's what I should have said. Or does it have to be in a sealed bag? Because I just learned that. If it was sealed or not. Because I just let me carry it on like I was walking out of a mall. And she didn't ask me. So, lesson. There's another lesson. Never book any airline that is a partner of United. I would recommend. You can do what you want. You can do what you want. Some of you guys are going to love them and don't have any problems with them. And more power to you. More power to you, because it's working out for you. Let it work out for you. But anybody who is not and not familiar with it, I would rather fly Spirit for show on a big seat. Believe it. You know what? I'd rather sit on Spirit in the first 10 or 20 seats versus anywhere on United, except first class. I'll still fly first class. But anyway, so they pulled to the side. I tell her, I said, I know what it is. It's a bottle of liquor. I asked them up front. They said, you need to go check. Oh, let me go check. Nope. Okay. And they called. It's a black girl. She's cute too. But she was efficient in terms of she didn't give a damn. Nope. Can't take it out. Take it out. They start walking away. I said, wait a minute. What do you mean? I spent $50 for now. I'm thinking of the shrimp. I'm thinking of the hotel. I'm thinking of the parking. I'm thinking of all these fees. And I lost it. I said, what do you mean? Literally, physically, when I said before I was physically in it, yeah, I snatched my luggage up. I lost it. Let me apologize to the universe because I lost it. It's just some bullshit. And it's already gone. I said, gone where? I said, at one point, I was like, I want to see the bottle. I want to throw it out myself. If I had a bottle of water, you let me throw it out there. It's already gone. What do you mean it's already gone? Snapping. She called somebody, get over here. Guess I know what that means. So I'm like, I'm still flinging and swinging. And I'm just mad and just angry and just, man, I lost it. Let me get the hell out of here. Now I'm out $50, angry. Let me calm down. So I went back to the store. I'm like, because now I need a drink. I may have opened the bottle, as a matter of fact, at that point, if you're going to give it to me in a non-zipped up bag. But I told the lady at the store, she says, I'm sorry, we can't help you. I said, can I buy another one maybe with a discount? I'm sorry, I can't help you. Let me get the manager for you. So they bring the manager over, and man, I hope I hold together right now. This lady came over. I don't even know her name. I'm going to reach out, hopefully by now, by the time, no, because I'm going to post this right away. There's no editing in this. But I will find out her name later, and I'm going to call the store and give her another thanks again. She said, I'm sorry for what you're having to go through, and I understand. So I had to tell her what happened with them confiscating my liquor. They gave it to a bottle, and it was supposed to be in a sealed bag, and so they sealed this one up. She gave me 20% off, and she said, come over to my store. They were like 2 stores, duty-free, do-free, right across the hallway. And she said, let me get some samples for you. And I don't have it right now, but she brought out like a Boss bag. She brought another little bag. She had some samples, some like makeup things, some lotions, some perfumes, she just started bringing stuff out, and I lost it. I was like, I got misty. I ain't gonna lie. I got emotional. No one had been nice to me business-wise this whole trip. At my event, yes. Outside of that, just in general, a couple of people with the airlines were, but she just put it over the top. So thank you. I want to say thank you to this lady. And then everything just settled down right there. And then I went to Wahlburgers and got me a breakfast. And it was a girl over there, chunky with tattoos, efficient, friendly, just what I've been looking for the whole time. So what I'm trying to say is everything changed right there. Once I became thankful or just being, I was able to look back on everything and switch everything up, and everything from there on was, well, pretty much everything was okay. Boarding was fine. Turns out it was a 2-3 configuration. When we were choosing seats on the map the night before, it was 3-3, and there wasn't nobody in the middle. So I chose the 2-seater side they had me in. Seat, okay. See, on any plane I've been on is always the aisle. So, well, it was the aisle, but there was only 2 seats, and it was a big dude next to me, arm hanging over. He was more big forward, but he was still encroaching. So I had to, like, the whole flight lean off to the side, let this in. So I made it back. Everything is over. Made it back an additional day later, stressed the heck out. And mid baggage claim. Oh, I want to take a step back. As we were getting on the plane on the return flight home, it was straight shot. I saw the guy that I yelled at, and I walked up to him, right up in his face. Sir, I need to apologize. What do you mean? I need to apologize for yesterday. I was out of character. I'm sincerely sorry. It was mayhem. He's no, don't worry. It was stressful. It was everybody. It was just, he understood. Everything started connecting. I gave after that lady, and I apologized right after that. And I even ate breakfast that morning. I never eat breakfast when I'm going. But everything was fine till I got all the way back to Intercontinental. Again, you just walk up. I'm like at the A terminal, just walking right out. Like, this is crazy coming back from another country. But waiting, and the bag don't come. As a matter of fact, at this moment that I'm recording this, it is Saturday. I'm just coming back from the gym, and my bag is still not here. They called me while I was at the gym, said they're going to release at some point. They'll let me know. And I'm like, you need to let me know because somebody's got to be here to let you in the building. So you got to let me know when you're on your way. I said, could you wait till Monday? Maybe take it in my job. It's closer. But no, he's got to bring it here. So now I got to stay here until they come, or at least know when they're coming. So I didn't get my luggage. It's going to be not even the next day. I still don't have it. So it was just a horrible trip. But my lessons are never fly United, never use Expedia. And if I book any flight again, I will make sure that they're not a partner of United and that I'm not flying on United. Because again, United sucks. It is the worst airline. I would rather fly on Frontier. I absolutely would. I would rather fly on Spirit. I absolutely would. It was awful. I don't know how to explain it any way better than that. Anyway, I just look down and see that I've been talking for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. But anyway, you're up to date with my latest travel drama. Please comment. Let me know if you had situations like this, how you could make it better. Do you turn things around? Do you create your own reality? Let me know. Let me know. I want to hear in the comment section. And if you have your drama stories and you want to get up here and tell for a couple of minutes each, I will show it. It's worth other people, especially if you have a lesson. Just have a lesson out of it. That's all. Just what'd you get out of it? And how can this not happen again? That's the whole goal. Anytime you go through anything, hopefully the goal is that you learn from it. You enjoyed it and you learned from it. This I didn't enjoy, except for the show part. It was a beneficial. The business part went well. Just everything else was just, I was way out of character. And I apologize to anybody that I slighted because I was in rare form. So don't do this. Spiral the right way. Take this as a lesson. Learn from my lesson. And instead of going through it yourself, learn from my mistakes. How about that? There you go. So you're up to date with the latest travel news from me, my personal travel experiences. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
You like this video? If you did, make sure you go down and hit subscribe. And definitely like. It helps that YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying?
So, hey, girl. Thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This is why I watch DC Rob.
Excited, dili na mag-online. Kung sabay dugayan, chika babes kay nasulan. Idol ipadulan, ako ang padulan. Karamel-lumluman, dili-dili na tuluman. Ay, shock pa, makaloka-loka. Si Bona sexy, lawas murag Coca-Cola. Ang kaanyag ni mo sa akong kalibutan nga saag. Wala ko'y katubag, ikaw ra kong matawag. Murag kagabun sa kabugnaw sa taas. Sa imong paghawas, lawas ni mo lapas. Sinut walay gas-gas, ako amo bas-bas.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.